going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited. I've been re-hit with the passion for making these videos. So today I kind of wanted to talk about the new YZ450 I've got, and if it's actually even going to be a good trail bike. I received a lot of messages after the last video asking why I didn't get a WR like a KLR, and also why I went with a 450 instead of a 250. So I figured today I'd kind of cover that and kind of go over my thought process. So the first thing I want to talk about is the pricing and the availability. At first I really wanted to get like a new bike from the dealer and have a pretty cheap monthly payment of around $100. But after kind of crunching the numbers and looking at it, I realized what a bad idea it was. It was going to be like my first real bike, and I didn't even know if I was going to even like it, and I knew I was going to drop it and get beat up, so I didn't really want to spend a whole lot of money on it. Even though the new YZs and the WRs and the KLRs are all just so sexy, I just kind of had to bring myself to walk away, which was really hard. But now looking back, I'm glad I did. This is just a hobby of mine, and while it would be really fun to have a really cool, nice bike, I want to have something that'll just get me out there. So I saved up about $1,500 and hit Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. The used bike market in Reno is just absolutely amazing. There's pretty much every kind of bike within every kind of price range, so you can find whatever you're looking for. I wanted something that was kind of a project because I'm more of a tinkerer, and I knew I could probably find a good deal on something that needed like minimal work to be a great bike, and so I kind of stumbled across a few bikes I liked, but nothing as much as this YZ. So I went over to Truckee and looked at it, met with the seller and talked to them about it. It was adult owned, maintenance was always on point, and it came with a bunch of other accessories. I was able to talk him down to about $1,200 after going over a few things, and headed back to Reno with the brand new bike. The second reason I bought this bike was the sheer power. I mean, this bike freaking hauls. Moving from a 40-year-old 175 to a more modern 450 just blew my mind. I mean, I was lifting the front tire in all 4 gears. However, it did take a bit to get used to. I had a lot of bad habits from the old bike, so I pretty much had to reteach myself throttle control and better clutch management, because this is a motocross bike and it likes to stall. However, after a few rides, I had better habits and was actually really enjoying riding this bike. It just has so much power at the twist of the throttle. I went for a 450 instead of a 250 because I'm a bigger dude at 6'4" and about 250 pounds without gear. And plus, most of the riding I'll be doing is desert, where having the power will be a lot more fun once I'm better riding. But this also is where the YZ has a big leap over the WR and the KLR. I mean, the WR is just a toned down version of the YZ with the wider gear ratio, an extra gear, and the electric starter, which I would love to have. And I mean, the KLRs are just known to be super slow tractors that are more suited for actual dual sport riding. The third reason I bought this bike was for the large aftermarket support. Before I met with the seller, I went online and made a build list for all the gear I would need to turn it in more to a trail bike. I was excited to see that with a few minor tweaks I could have this bike pretty dialed for what I wanted to do. However, in regards to the WR and the KLR, I would say they have way better off-road aftermarket support, because I mean, this is more their element. This bike is definitely meant more for a track, but you can definitely tweak it with a few things to make it more of a trail bike. The last reason I bought the YZ was because I knew it's going to last me for a really long time. I mean, Yamaha reliability is second to none, and I was really excited to not have to worry about breaking down and actually being able to enjoy my time when I'm out there. I mean, the Dodge is fun to wheel, but it's also my daily driver, so I was always worried that I was going to break something and not be able to fix it, and then I can't get to work, and then I can't have money to fix the truck. But if something broke on the bike, I can just load it up, throw it in my garage until I have money and time to fix it. And even then, parts are a lot cheaper, and it's really easy to get parts in Reno. There's like 6 different dirt bike shops that I can easily have someone work on it if it's really messed up, or I can even just go get the parts from. So it's a lot cheaper and easier for me to have this instead of going and wheeling. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. I really hope you stick around for these new videos and adventures. I know most of you are coming from back when I did the 4-wheeling and the overlanding. We're still going to be seeing some beautiful Nevada scenery, even though it's not by a truck. But thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the video.